Hello there. This is Emily Lawrence, and this is my personal philosophy of education. My personal philosophy is to meet students where they are and give them a basic foundation that will allow them to succeed at the next grade level. I hope to do this while fostering curiosity and creativity. When I started teaching, all I wanted to do was promote and foster creativity. But my class lacked structure, and I didn't realize how much kids really craved that. Um, so I shifted to a more structured classroom that practices strengthening basic skills. But I am known to get off on a tangent if I feel that a topic is super important. And if the students have strong questions that lead to an impassioned class discussion, stuff like that. So this feels similar to like the heuristic approach of differentiation, because while we aren't sure where these deviations from the algorithm in terms of the algorithmic schedule will lead, it is worth exploring, in my opinion. When it comes to my interactions with students, it's my philosophy that we should try to connect with them as the individual people that they are before we institute or implement any type of content. This usually comes in the form of like 2 weeks of at least relationship building. And as we build out our daily schedule, set up our notebooks, establish a reading corner, and make name tags for the year, we complete any other procedural setup tasks. And I like to make sure to connect with students individually during this time. I like to make sure to connect with them in ways that are joyful, emotional, and even embarrassing, right? Like if something happens with me when I mess up, I'm quick to point that out, and I've made, I can say like, look, I've made this mistake. That's okay. We laugh things off in this class, and then I model how to rebound from the mistake quickly and without shame. And I want them to feel like they don't have to hide anything or be ashamed of anything. I benefit a lot from problem solving with them at recess and making it so that they can come to me with problems that occur within our campus. I want to be that point person for them. When they feel comfortable enough to do this, they begin to come to me with troubles they're having outside of campus. And, because I spend those first 2 weeks building bonds through play, through sharing, through art, I'm able to connect with kids in that way. And yeah. So once we have that trust with one another, this is when we can start to bring academics back in. And I'm aware that this is not viable for lots of teachers. Luckily, at this point in my career, I work at a school where we highly value these connections in order to further learning. When it comes to curriculum, I like to teach up, and I focus on basics at the same time. I want every student to be able to do the things that will allow them to succeed at the next grade level. For example, when we talk about paragraph structure, I make sure every kid can do the minimum, but from there we can start to see some differentiation and expansion. I always start with the basics and ask to not overwhelm them, and I think that when we teach up, students can get this feeling that it's too hard and they can't do it. But if you establish a growth mindset in those first 2 weeks, you can teach up because students know that even if they can't do it right away, they can work up to it. However, in my experience, it takes years and years to develop a growth mindset. I've watched kids go from kinder to 8th and work on that growth mindset the whole time. So, my strategy is to teach the basics and go up from there. But can't do any of that without establishing trust and enjoyment of one another's company. Okay, that's my philosophy. Thank you for your time. That's it. Okay.